Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Hop back in the live. Hop back in the live. I can't shrink the screen that early because you can't see the receipts. They already old and they hard to see. Casey Maker, what up? NILY, what's up? Roll the corn. Let me show the live one more time. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Daryl Harden, what's up, fam? Roll the corn. Follow Daryl Harden. Follow Casey Macon. Follow Keisha the Hood Princess. Follow Royal Lee. True Self, Clover, South Carolina. Tay, what up? Arizona in the building. Roll the corn. $6.94, what up? Chicago in the building. Original Indian 1. Niji, what up, fam? St. Louis, Florida. Soul Sear, what up? $6.90, it's all good. It's all good. Let's get the people back in the chat right quick. Philly in the building. Lady Promise. Okay. Roll the corn. Good morning. Grand Rising. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. I love y'all. And I'm in love with you. Let me bow the head to my people. Because we all we got. Today, I'm going to go over some more newspaper clippings. I told y'all all week I'm going to like Hidden America stuff. There's big things that are built that are on top of our ancient civilization, and it's on top of things that they flooded out. And people think these things are myths, but I be finding receipts of real things. Like yesterday, I talked about under the Mississippi River was a underground tunnel running from Cahokia Mounds all the way under. Y'all go back and check that out from yesterday. With Egyptian heads in the walkway. So if you missed that, it's on my YouTube. Y'all go back and check that out and subscribe to my YouTube. Now, lately I've been getting tagged in a lot of stuff talking about Moors, and we're still talking about Moors, and we're still talking about paperwork and all this type of stuff, which is fine, but I really don't even care about that no more. Like, I really don't even have an interest in the Moorish thing I don't really have an interest in it no more. Like, it sometimes it go along with the stories because it be different people in these stories, but I ain't got an interest for that no more. I ain't got an interest for all that paperwork and all this Moorish stuff and all of that, Morocco and Egypt. I don't really have an interest in it. That's not gonna help us do nothing. So I appreciate if people just gone on with the Moors. Now, if you want to go over there and listen to the Moors, that's cool. I'm cool with that. If you want to go listen to the Moors and people talking about white Indians enslaving your people, go listen to that. That's what you own. That's what you like. You like to read paperwork of the government, and you like to go in there and read the Constitution, and you like all this shit. Go in there and read the Constitution. More power to you, man. I still love you. Go read the Constitution. Go find the first black president. Go on over there and find it. That's cool. It's cute, but that ain't for me. We are beyond that, right? The reason I say we are beyond that is because that never helped our people. That teaching, that shit never helped us. No government I don't care when it started. It never helped our people. What has the government done for you in the 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to the 2000s? What have they done for you? They took your shit and your mama and them shit and your great grandmama and them shit, and they still giving you paperwork, acting like it's something to go. What am I looking for? People be like, go study this law and the law of the peace treaties. And I already studied this stuff, bro. Ain't nothing in there for me. Now I understand some people say they get their land back from land patents and all that. That's cool, bro. If you got your land back from land patents, that's cool. But what about the other 10 million people that didn't get nothing? I know you don't care nothing about your own people. You just want to get your land and try to flash it on the TikTok like you so fucking smart. But what about your cousins, your uncle, your granddad? What about the people struggling to survive that didn't get theirs back? They shit got took too. This is a group effort. It's a group effort. I can go back and grab some land that was taken from my people, an acre or two, couple of acres. What it gonna do? It'll help me, but for the overall cause of what these people did to our people, who is gonna help, bro? Roll the coin. The money you spent for the lawyer to even get the land, you could have went and bought the damn land. It didn't really change. It didn't change nothing. Our people still starving in the hood and don't know their information. You started a tribe and try to get some land back and thinking that's persevering. It's not. It's not. We have lost billions of dollars worth of land. You think somebody care about them that 2 acres the state gave one person back worth $1,000? I don't. They ain't did nothing for us. Billions and trillions of dollars worth of land and agriculture and cattle and peace of mind and rivers and mountains and lakes gone. So that part of the teaching, I don't even dwell in that no more, bro. I ain't got nothing to prove to them. I don't have nothing. I ain't got nothing. I don't have no interest in me to even look at no government paperwork. Now, for the people tagging me talking about y'all got y'all land and your land patents and all that, where the land at? Where the people at? Ain't nobody out there rolling no corn? Where the people at? What is your work and what is your cause? My cause is not your concern. Truth is truth. It's not your concern. You know why? Because my cause is my cause. If you don't know my cause by now, what you in here for? See, this the problem, bro. They've taught people through history that everybody got a cause. Everybody wants something. I don't want nothing. I'm going to tell you what I want. I want the whole government off the land. Fuck they paperwork. Fuck they they legislature, the Democrats, Republicans. I want all of them off the land. I don't want to work with them. I don't want to do no paperwork to get no land back y'all took in criminal activities. That's what I want. That's my cause. I'm not here to start no tribe, no cult, none of that. I'm just here for the mass unity of indigenous people of America to get these hunter-gatherers who are melanated and white tea and native off the land. If you are here, you must come talk to us. That's my cause. Now you know my cause. You know where I stand now? What's your name? What's your name? Let me find dude. Truth is true. That's my cause. Get all their ass out of here. And I'm willing to go to the front line to do it. Now, what's your cause? Truth is true. I ain't one of the other guys, bro. I'm not the other people, bro. I can't be bought. I can't be steered the wrong way. You ain't finna see me pop out with no content creators trying to hang out with Muslims and hang out with Moors and I'm over here hanging out with fake Indians. I ain't doing none of this shit. You know why? This ain't no buddy system, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real today before I get started. We got people who do this shit every day trying to pay their bills, bro. We got people trying to get on here and teach, trying to pay their bills, bro. You think they gonna tell you what you need to know? They got an ulterior motive. They're trying to pay their fucking bills. They're not doing it for the land and the dirt and the people and the real knowledge and the consciousness. Motherfucker trying to pay bills off the internet. I don't want to learn nothing from nobody like that. That's one. Two, we got egos. We got ego-seeking people who just want to act like they smarter than everybody else. And then when somebody else comes along with some type of intellect, it bothers their spirit because somebody might want to go watch them instead of watching you. That's two. Three, we got agenda people who want to teach we Moors, want to teach we part Muslims and we Moor Science Temple. And we are some type of extraterrestrial knowledge of aliens and we got them type of people. We got these type of people that all they speak is spiritual things. Everything's spiritual. Everything ain't spiritual. Part of this knowledge is physical. Right? We got people with ancestors of oppressors. Oppressor ancestors who taught them certain things that they would not go against for nothing. It's in their family line to be an oppressor, to teach a certain knowledge. If they go against it, they go against their family teachings. We got half-breed motherfuckers. Half-breed motherfuckers just trying to be with the cause. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. We got motherfuckers who just because you treat them like they melanated, that's enough for them. Come on now. People do this for different reasons. I don't do this for no reason. Only reason I do this, bro, is because when my people told me something and I went back and looked at it, it hurt my feelings. And I had to speak on it. I wasn't trying to be no big content creator or nothing. I just wanted to speak on something that was important to me and my family. And it was important to more people as I spoke on it when I got on the internet. So I was keeping it true with us, myself, and my people then. So I'm gonna keep it true with y'all. It's just that simple. I'm not trying to be smarter than nobody. I make mistakes. I ain't got no ego, no bigger than nobody. I ain't trying to be no billionaire off no information or trying to lie to my people to get views and clicks and clickbait, and I don't do none of that, bro. Somebody told me, said something to me, and I'll never forget it, man. Somebody said something to me, and I'll never forget it. They said, I don't want to be a poor, righteous teacher. A poor, righteous teacher. Poor, righteous. I want to be a rich, righteous teacher. It didn't resonate with my spirit. You know why? If you righteous, you are never poor. Let me say that again. If you are righteous, you are never poor. How you gonna be poor righteous? How are you poor doing the right thing, bro? You can have $0 and 0 cents and you live righteous and you still rich, you still wealthy. It's not about the money. We've been tricked to believe that our value is high if we have a value of money. We've been tricked to believe that. The most evil people on the face of this earth have money, monetary resources, a lot of it. You know why they got it? Because they done whatever it takes to get it. They done whatever it takes to get it. Now, if you live righteous for long enough and do righteous things for long enough, you're gonna prosper anyway. So I don't use a word about that. But somebody told me don't be a poor righteous teacher. I can't be no poor righteous teacher. Long as I'm righteous, I don't care if I'm poor or rich. It don't matter. My morals are worth way more than your money. The truth is worth way more than money. A lot of our people sold out. They sold out. That's the problem. The problem is so many people getting paid off, we never get to the truth. You know one thing I know for sure? I'm finna get started, y'all. I'm just kind of rambling. I'm sorry. One thing I know for sure, bro. Truth is true. You tripping, bro. One thing I know for sure. Our people fuel the economy. We fuel the whole planet. Our people fuel the earth. So if I believe in my people and they believe in me, I'm going to make it anyway. I ain't got to steer wrong or go a different direction. If we take our resources out of the resources that those people have, those people will starve, people. If we take our resources out of the resources of other cultures, they would starve. We invest in our own culture, we'll never starve. Never. We never have. Never will, bro. Think about that now before I get started. We invest in our own culture with our own people who really down with this shit. We can't lose, bro. Imagine we had our own record companies and treated our artists right. Own grocery stores, treated our workers right. We understand what they going through every day because these are our fucking people. We ain't mad because they 5 minutes late, because we 5 minutes late. It don't make no damn difference. They're my brother. Imagine we had our own airlines, parks, car dealerships, movies, with our own culture built around our culture. Banks. White man going to bank, credit score 450, get a $250,000 house. I go in the bank, credit score 700, barely get 100,000 for a house. Listen to me, man. We take our culture back and build it for us, ran by us, with understanding for our problems as a people. Only we can understand our own people. Can't nobody, they try to study us, bro. These people fucking study us. I got books about the Asian people who sell hair. They study melanated women. I'm talking down to a science, bro. Because this is where they make their money from. Everything y'all do, new with y'all hair, they study that shit. Make a product and sell it right to you. Everything we eat, they study it. They sell it right to you. Every kind of car we like, they make more of them and sell it right to us. We are the consumer that makes these people shit work. If we invest in ourselves, we can't lose. They ain't never lost. Because they invested in things we want and sell it to us. That's why they win. It's just that simple. We got motherfuckers rapping in China. Motherfuckers rapping in Africa. These motherfuckers rapping, wearing the same clothes, trying to wear jerseys like they see. Everything they see on YouTube of our people, they do it. We got motherfuckers in China trying to be like people in Memphis. Motherfucker dancing and pop locking. That shit don't even know. See, you got to understand, everything we do is powerful. Everything, bro. So therefore, we need to start using it as an advantage. Some kind of way we got to come together and put together all our own shit. And don't let nobody in. Don't let them people make nothing off our culture. These people make... You don't even want to see the money these people make off our culture, man. You don't even want to see the money they make off NBA YoungBoy. Him alone. NBA YoungBoy making white folks $200-300 million a year for just being around. One person, one nigga. Yeah, we need our own military too. You're exactly right. We need our own military. We need all this stuff, bro. But we have to get it together. We got to take care of our people at the same time. Therefore, they would come full fold. We got to take care of them. We got to figure out a way to take care of our people, bro. I'm finna say this and I'm finna get started. One thing I learned throughout going through history, one thing I learned, when the people were self-sufficient, they loved each other, they cared about each other, they took care of each other, they believed in each other, and they was happy. These people were happy people. These people were joyous people. When I go back and these people are living in paradise without a worry in the world. And we got to get back to that. Once you put our people without a worry in the world, we become the greatest people ever to walk this planet. Pressure makes our people fold and do things that are not right. Pressure of a material world. But if we align back and take the pressure off our people, we'll have the greatest scientists, the greatest automobile builders, the greatest farmers, the greatest rappers, the greatest musicians, the greatest instrument players, sports. We'll have the greatest everything. I know kids in the hood that are so smart, but the pressure of the world dumbs them down. It dumb them down. The pressure of getting them Jordans and riding in a Hellcat and wearing some Louis and Gucci made them turn into some type of drug dealer or robber, trying to make the money fast because the pressure on them from a whole nother culture that didn't even come from his culture. They taught him that if he don't have this stuff, he worth nothing. He trash, he garbage. And that's the biggest lie them white people ever told our people. Because you everything. Your ancestors created everything beautiful and amazing on this planet. Everything. So if you knew that, we'll follow in their footsteps. But we followed in these damn hunter-gatherers' footsteps, trying to be materialistic, and that goes against our moral compass. So, second to none say this is boring. If my people's enlightenment is boring, you can go out there and jump in front of a moving bus. Roll the corn. See, that's the problem. We got people like you. Us talking about our issues is boring, huh? But you going to marry a white girl and buy a Mercedes is not boring, ain't it? You going to marry you a white girl and give you a big old house and a car, it ain't boring, is it? Pay the white man all your money, that shit ain't boring, is it? See, it's two different type of niggas on this planet, man. That kind and me. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, bro. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Go get you a cracker and go in there and work, get you a 401k plan, hunter-gatherer. Go join the Matrix. Is that boring? Working for these white folks' companies? It can't be more boring. This lie can't be more boring than that. Making $20 an hour for a hunter-gatherer for your time. African. Or she an African? It got to be. Let's keep going. Now, these are some old newspaper clippings. A wonderful find. So-called Indian mound in Ross County, Ohio. Skeleton of a prehistoric chief unearthed. The tomb guarded by two huge stone panthers. M. Jones, I'm not talking about nobody's job. I'm talking about the person, the people. I'm not talking about nobody's job. I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about somebody who say our history and what we talking about is boring. Therefore, go get enjoyment out of work. Not you. You just at work to take care of your people. Nothing is wrong with it. But trying to say our history is nah. Go on over there with it. That's for the other dude. That one for you, M. Jones. I love you, I'm in love with you. Don't get the words misconstrued. Now, two huge stone panthers. Panthers are from America. Right? So when I go look at the Chaldeans over in the Middle East, they got panthers. Their ancient sculptures got panthers, just like ours, found in the mounds. These cultures are coming from another place. Panthers do not originate over there, right? Copper armor of the Hebrew and clothing studded with hundreds of pearls, beads, and other ornaments. These are melanated people buried in America in ancient times. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We right here. Skeleton is unearthed under the White House. Skeleton is unearthed under the White House. Under the White House? These people are building over our ancient culture in America. Under the White House? Workmen. Oh, let's go here first. They want to keep the matter a secret. The bones are found in close proximity to an old oven. Workmen employed in tearing out the inside of the White House unearthed a deep down under the basement portion of a human skeleton. You think these ain't our buildings? You want to. They built over our buildings and around the first structure is ours. Then they built around it. Under the damn White House. Let's keep going. Elite receipt. Let's keep going. Portions of a human skeleton. Efforts have been made to keep the discovery a secret. Pending a careful investigation, the workmen have been cautioned not to discuss the subject ever. The most rigid regulations have been adopted to prevent persons from actually employed in the work from entering the building. Even clerks and messengers belonging to the executive force are excluded under the existing order. The mysterious discovery was made while the laborers were excavating, right? Where we at? Subject adopted. But watch this though. And the most rigid regulations have been adopted to prevent persons from actually employed in the work from entering the building, right? Made of laborers excavating a sub cellar below the floor of the basement for the new heating apparatus. After going down there about 10 feet, they found a massive stone vault was encountered under the White House. Right? Embedded in. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Y'all hear me? Give me a 2. 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 Stone wall. And in close proximity to the oven was found the bones. The workmen believed they had unearthed an ancient tomb under the White House. Now, why is an ancient stone tomb under the White House? Ain't the building made out of stone? Yes. The core building of the White House is an ancient temple, ancient building. Then you build around it. Roll the corn. They are building their buildings on top of other buildings. Right? Y'all hear me? Everybody hear me? Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all got me? Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Everybody good? Now, they are building on top of an ancient culture's buildings and building around it. Ancient tomb under the White House. Unearthed ancient tomb under the White House. The president's White House, people. That's crazy. Roll the corn. Crazy work. Let's keep going. That's crazy right there. Down here. This is where the tomb was at. The tomb was right down here. White House. Right down there. Right in the main corridor of the building. Right here. I tried to get the best picture I could with this on there. Roll the corn. Right down there. Man's tomb. Melanated. Ain't no way around it. What is this? This was now this talks about Brewer. Let me see. What's this spot called? Let me see. Let's keep going. That receipt messed up. This it right here. This it right here. Besides other things developed by opening of the canal of Buchanan, right? Not long since we had a detailed account through the Richmond Times of a discovery near Bohannon of a Wonderful cave with a stone crosses marked with mysterious hieroglyphics. An iron chest contained strange coins and a skeleton seated thereon, keeping watch and ward. The warden, keeping watch and shit, warden, know what they saying, ward. Next to correspondent of the paper told of the unearthing of an ancient and exquisitely wrought statue, supposed to have been left by some superior extinct race, once inhabiting this country, right? A spectator has an account of the digging up somewhere in the same productive region of a brass cannon. The spectator thinks it was the found rather too near that cave, right? So here in this cave, they find hieroglyphics, some type of stone cross, right? Which is the ancient Hebrew symbol in this cave in the canal of Buchanan. Let's keep going. Here go another newspaper clipping. The Christian at work has made the marvelous discovery after reading the inscription on the obelisk designed for Central Park, New York, that the original home of the Egyptian was in Yucatan or Mexico. They reached the Nile by traveling up the Pacific coast of North America, crossing the Bering Strait, traversing Asia, and landing in Egypt. Now, I saw this before like 3 times. They say the obelisk in Central Park is telling a story. That's why we got it back from them. See, let me tell y'all something about America that we don't understand. They shipped that obelisk back over here. Why did they do that? Why did Egypt let us have an obelisk? Ask yourself that. Why? Let me show y'all something. Well, let me get the history on it. They gave it to America, people. Gave it to America. Now watch this. Watch this. I'm going to explain why they gave it to us. The obelisk, known as Cleopatra's Needle, was a gift from Egypt's Ismail Pasha to the United States in 1879 as a gesture of goodwill and to encourage American investment. That's a lie. That's a lie. When have we ever invested in Egypt? Except for acting like that's where all the mummies come from. Let me tell you why they sent it back. Let me tell you why they sent it back before we keep going. They sent that back because on that obelisk, it literally says in the hieroglyphics. The hieroglyphics are explaining them people leaving here and going there. So therefore, the American government told Egypt, that is our obelisk, motherfucker. Send it back. Let me get that up out you. Yeah, we sent some people over here to decipher what it said on the obelisk. And it said that this culture started in America. Send that obelisk back, and we're going to put it in Central Park. That's how they got it. I read this story numerous times. If we can thoroughly read hieroglyphics, it is on the obelisk in Central Park that them people are from. The first people on the Nile are from here. This is what they wrote on the obelisk when they got over there. Still talking about Ty Mary. Roll the coin. That's what they're talking about. Let's keep going. We know the truth now. Now, this is talking about among the most valuable discoveries ever made in American continent from an archaeological standpoint is the tomb of a prehistoric race recently unearthed the villages of Crittenden, Arizona. The workmen had penetrated some 8 feet below the surface of the ground, what they took to be stone of a soft, friable nature. It was evidently masonry of a very superior workmanship when they reached the tomb itself, right? This was composed of a large square blocks of stone, which is identified as red or rose granite. And they found some interesting stuff in here, right? The tomb, when opened, was found to contain a gigantic image of a man lying at full length, made of clay, mixed with some sort of preparation which gives it a bright blue color and a slight elasticity. The whole appearance has to be, but they found the tomb in here, right? The features were roughly molded out of impressions cast and of a man in the middle age with a prominent nose and very wide mouth, but his cheeks bones are low as to preclude all ideas that the original could have been an Indian, right? The feet were crossed, the right presenting the peculiarity of possessing the 6th toe. They said it had a 6th toe. It was so old, it had a 6th toe, people. The hair is of images dressed in thick curls on both sides of the head, reaching to the shoulders, brought down the brow of the forehead. Clay figure revealed that it was merely the elaborate coffin of a real body and could be opened from the back of the thing. So this is something old found in Arizona. And I gotta go. I've been studying it, trying to find out the spot for that, right? Now look, it says something about it has on a bishop's mitre. And it had a headdress on with a bishop's mitre, but topped with the head of a hawk or an eagle. You see that? Bishop's mitre, but topped with the head of a hawk. Now this is a bishop's mitre. Had a hawk or eagle on top of this in the burial in Arizona. Now, why is this interesting? What culture did they taught y'all wore these type of hats? What culture they taught they wore these type of hats? Before the church, y'all. Before the church. Not Moors. Fish hats. This is so-called fish hat. Dagon, there you go. Dagon, Sumerians, mound builders. That's where that hat come from. That's where the fish hat ideology come from. Sumerians. They are mound builders. Roll the coin. Why is a mound builder looking like a Sumerian in the middle of Arizona? You get where I'm trying to go with this? That culture came from here, people. He got this hat on with the falcon on the hat. Let's keep going. I fucked that receipt up. My bad. Let's go here, man. Let's go here. The sheiks of El Jebel camp in Fair Zion. Story of their pilgrimage. A pilgrimage to Zion, Mecca. Hold on. Mecca. From Mecca they hail and cover their heads with fezzes and moisten their lips with fizz. Now, this is not our people. This is not our people. But I'm going to show y'all what they do, since y'all think this ain't the promised land, huh? Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Y'all hear me? Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. To make sure we good. Phone was ringing. Now, why are they making a Mecca to Zion a pilgrimage in America? In America? Something ain't right. They know something y'all we don't know, huh? Okay. The sheiks, right? Pilgrims, right? On arriving to Zion, the pilgrims shook off the dust of their sandals and sat down to a refreshment prepared by the host homes. Where is that? Where they at? This ain't the Middle East. Why are y'all over here doing pilgrimages in Utah? I'm gonna show you why. Pilgrimage in Utah? You would think they were talking about the Middle East. These people talking about Utah. Zion. Now, let's keep going. El Kala means the fort, and El Jebel, the mountain. The fort, the mountain, right? Exclusive, secret order in the world. Exclusive, secret. You see it? Secret order in the world. What is the exclusive secret order in the world? What everybody know, we don't know. Zion. Zion is what? Hugh Jazzle. I see you in the chat. What is Zion? You said it. You just said it. What is Zion? Zion is a fort. Zion is Jerusalem. Right? Ain't that Jerusalem? Yeah, Hugh. It's Jerusalem, right? Yeah, I know you know. You think, yeah, you know. Let's go back. Pilgrimage to Zion in Utah. Yeah. El Jebel Shriners based in Colorado. Why are they shining the El Jebel living in Colorado? Why the fuck y'all ain't in the Middle East? Why y'all motherfuckers ain't in the Middle East? If this ain't the Holy Land. Why y'all over here walking doing pilgrimage? Roll the coin. Zion is a name for Jerusalem. You making a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, huh? In Utah? Salt Lake City? Salt Lake? You hunter-gatherers? Y'all already know the truth. Y'all know. That's why y'all doing pilgrimages in Utah, going to Salt Lake. Mount of Zion is really Jerusalem? Jerusalem? Yeah, you right, Royally. Let's keep going. People cultivated corn in Zion thousands of years ago. Ancestral Pablons making the pilgrimage back to Zion, where the fertile land was for corn. Interesting. Corn, tobacco, fruit trees in the desert in Zion? Roll the corn. That's where you hunter-gatherers got Zion from. Our people over here rolling the corn, doing pilgrimages back to the Holy Land, which is the black soil, which is the agriculture field, because Eden is a farm. Not no damn Holy Land. The holiest land come from farming. You got spiritual farming there first. So now you hunter-gatherers are doing trips back to our ancestral land that we rolled the motherfucking corn in for y'all ever had a religion. We know the truth now. Let's keep going. Ancestral Pablons, what they used to do, truth. What they did, lining structures and petroglyph with solstices and equinoxes in Mount Zion National Park, right? Tracking seasonal changes and had ceremonial events in that area when the seasons changed. This is where the knowledge come from. Fuck all that religious stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That is a whole second coming of what the fuck we did for our fertile land going back to Zion in Israel. And we built a fort around it to keep hunter-gatherers out. That's why Jerusalem is a fort. Over here and over there. Roll the corn. We know the truth. The pilgrimage to Mecca. No goddamn Mecca. Hold on. Think it's a game? They think it's a joke. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. Jerusalem was served as a fort city. Fortified city. Fortified city. Yeah. Fortified city right in Mount Zion. Fortified city right in Mount Zion in Utah. That's where it came from. Then we done it again over there on y'all land. That's where you got it from. Then you took it as a religion. Now you around here doing pilgrimage to the corn in Utah. Can't make this shit up, bro. Can't make it up. Utah's Dead Sea. Utah Dead Sea. Ain't no Dead Sea in Utah. Yes, it is. Yeah, y'all was walking up the River Jordan going to the Utah to the Dead Sea, huh? Up the River Jordan to the roll the corn. See, I know my history. A hunter-gatherer can't teach me nothing. The pilgrimage up the Jordan to Utah. I thought Dead Sea was in the middle over there. Why y'all calling it the Dead Sea over here? Salt Lake's, okay. Roll the corn. Let's go check it out. Y'all already know what I'm about to do. There is no Dead Sea in the United States, but the term, the Great Salt Lake in Utah and the Salton Sea in California. What? Let's keep going. The Dead Sea region, the Holy Land for its religious significance. Pilgrims combine spiritual immersion with the experiencing the therapeutic waters and mud. The River Jordan, deeply connected to biblical narratives. Where did they get this fucking story from? Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. I'm finna show you where they got the story from. I'm finna show you where the story come from that we took over there and they redone it. Let me show you. It is not the Holy Land over there. Now, Arab chief authorized to establish a temple in New York City, which he was to call Mecca. Mecca, the shrine was in 1876, right? The shrine, Mecca, Kaaba stone. Mecca temple in America, Kaaba stone. What are y'all talking about? What the hell? Ancient, 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 ancient. All this shit is ancient, redone. Who own this? The Mormons. That's Black Rock, Caden. You're exactly right. The Mormons. The Mormons own this. The Mormon, the Moors, the Mormon, Mormons. Same type of teachings. All that old Islamic ass shit. They know where this shit come from. They just play with you because you don't about to be knowing. They know where the Holy Land is. Let's keep going. Whoa. God damn. The Dead Sea over there, River Jordan, Salt Lake, Jordan River. Some ain't right. Some ain't right. Which one the real one? Which one is the real one? Right here. Anti-Mary. That's the real one. Because if this were the real one, Arabs wouldn't have no reason to come over here and do it when they can do it at home. They can do it on their own land. Why are they over here doing it? Because they know the first teachings of that religion or that way of living came from Salt Lake up the River Jordan in Utah. Can't explain it no better. All these are our old buildings. Nauvoo, huh? See, you got to know these words. Why are they naming buildings Nauvoo on the Mississippi River right next to mounds and shit? You got to know your words. You got to know your words. You got to know where this shit come from. See? And what truth now come in there because I don't play no fucking games. Roll the coin. It's spelled a different way, though. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Now, all this stuff go together, but you got to know what you're looking at. Nauvoo, Holy Land Pilgrimage. Why are y'all visiting Nauvoo, Illinois, where the mound is? The church and the mound right there in Nauvoo, Illinois. Why y'all going there? Why are y'all doing it on the land? Holy Land tours. Interesting. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Remember that name. Remember that Nauvoo. Don't you forget that. Don't forget that. Hold on. Let me get to a point. Because this shit finna be crazy. It's finna be wild. Hold on. Nauvoo. Nauvoo, Holy Land. Okay. Now, Nauvoo over here. Nauvoo over there. Pilgrimage. Cover of Jordan, the River Jordan. Mount Nebo, Petra. In the Middle East, right? That's the Middle East teaching. That's the Middle East. Nauvoo. Now over here is Nauvoo. 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 You see it? Same pilgrimage now. Which one is the real one? Which one is the real one, truth? Let's go to the maps. Nauvoo on the Mississippi River, the temple, got Egyptian symbols on it. The shine forth of Ra, the rising sun of the horizon. These are hieroglyphs on the building at Nauvoo. But let's keep going. That ain't what I want to show you. That's a small, that ain't even nothing. That ain't even nothing. Nauvoo, referred to as a Mormon Mecca. A Mormon Mecca, the land of Nauvoo, the pilgrimage in Illinois on the Mississippi River. Let's go find the real Nauvoo, the land of Nauvoo. Whoa. Oh, shit. What's that right there? What's that? On the old map of over there by California. See Californians? Nauvoo, Utah. I'm a bad man, bro. I'm a bad man, man. The first pilgrimage to macaw, which is corn, happened in Utah. It used to be called Nauvoo. Now, what I think is going on with the one on the Mississippi River, I think the pilgrimage started from there and it came to the West in ancient times. That's why hunter-gatherers load up on the Mississippi River in Iowa and then come to Nauvoo. Hebrew. That's Hebrew, people. Y'all think ain't no Hebrew shit going on over here? We are the Hebrews. We created all this shit. But it wasn't religious. It was nature's perspective. They turned it religious. Nauvoo. The pilgrimage is right in Nauvoo. Then we got this. The River Jordan, stemming from the Salt Lake, going back up to the Holy Land. Then over there they got the Dead Sea. Then you got the Jordan River. Who Jordan River is first? Ours. They put that shit over there. This ours right here. Who's to say that our people didn't go build it the same way it was over here? Who's to say? Who's to say? You'll never know. But that's deep right there, people. Salt Lake City Temple is an iconic temple. Church of the Latter-day Saints, Mormons. Sitting right there at the end of the trail. The big ass church that was already there. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Fire. That's fire. It ain't gonna get no deeper than that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, yesterday I told y'all about Petra. Petra, right? Utah territory. The party returned on the 21st of December with news of most astonishing discoveries in Utah. Among other wonders stumbled on were the ruins of a large city in Utah, similar to the far-famed Petra. Similar to Petra. What is Petra, Truth now? Petra. In the Middle East. Why in Utah we got these that they blew up and got rid of look just like the one in the Middle East? Our people built the same things over there that was over here, but they still stand over there because they want you to think this is the original land of these people. This is the second coming of that. These. Where you think we learn how to do this at? This whole country is full of everything you learn in them religious books, but they tear it down. Let's go back and look at the newspaper clip. Petra, just like Petra. See it? Petra. Here's Petra again. One of the most monumental buildings on the face of the earth, built in the side of a mountain. And they call these people some other word like they don't know where the hell they come from. Let's keep going. These people were pulling ancient corn out of mounds, people. These people who created that corn crop in America are the Egyptian ancestors. Y'all can stop it. These YT people pulled corn out of mounds and replanted it, and look what happened. Look what happened. Shit, 12 feet tall. 15 feet tall. Read the bottom. They poured the seeds out of a jar, out of a mound. Here you go right here. Colorado. Large relics. They poured the corn right out of a damn mummy. Right? Skeleton of a mummy. Inhabited, shipped to the museum. Right? Let's go find the corn. They were buried with jars of corn. This is the seed that the Sumerian takes. This is the same seed that the Sumerian takes. So you got to understand the knowledge. When our mound builders are buried with that corn seed, these the same people you see with the bag and the corn, bro. You got to understand the terminology of your ancestors. When we buried in America with corn that they growing, they're looking like this. Cliff dwellers, buried with corn in jars. People pull it out and grow the biggest corn they ever grew in their life. So when you see Sumerians with the damn bag of seeds and the corn, you think it's a pine cone. That's ancient corn. They are bringing crops and agriculture and astrology to other places. That's why they made us gods, because we created that. Them ain't no goddamn aliens. Every time I go through the mounds in America, all of them buried with bags of seeds or jars of seeds. All of it be corn and some new type of wheat or some new type of lemon. This is the knowledge of the planet, bro. Fuck all that old fictional shit they trying to teach y'all. This is the real knowledge. Grow this and feed your people right here. I got that work, bro. This what you need right here. Plant this right here and do this right here to that star alignment right there, and you would never starve again. That's the covenant with nature from our people going around the world. This is where the knowledge come from. They can lie to you all they want about all this extracurricular shit, but this is where the original knowledge come from. That's why the summer solstice is so important with the Ankh. It's the harvest time of the crops. Spring is important because it's time to put the seeds in the ground. You sowing, then you reap it. Let's keep going. Now they in what the Bible talking about, sow a seed in the collection plate. Now, motherfucker, we need to sow some seeds in the ground and feed our people instead of giving you our green money seed to your pot. That's a trick move. Sow a seed. Put 20 in there. Roll the corn. Whoa! I ain't gonna hold y'all long because I gotta get my car to the shop. I'm messed up today. Roll the corn. The Colorado River. The Hoover Dam, people. The Hoover Dam was once connected back to the Mississippi River, but the Hoover Dam stopped it. There was a large city right here where the Hoover Dam was with melanated people. And I'm finna show you. I don't speculate about nothing, bro. All that on the TikTok talking about, we think this might have happened. Fuck all that. Truth now getting to the bottom of the bullshit, and I'm going to teach my people what the hell be there, and I'm going to show you the receipts. This ain't no goddamn fictional. This is the truth. Roll the corn. The largest city ever built in Nevada, the largest ancient city ever built in Nevada, is under the Hoover Dam. You see that? Roll the corn. You think it's a joke? Skeleton of a prehistoric pot-blowing man buried beneath the sands of southern Nevada for untold hundreds of years. Let's keep going. Inhabitants of a lost city come, and where and when did they go? The answer is in the midst of the past. Only the skeletons of their dead and the circling walls of their dwellings remain. At the brow of this hill, the rising waters of man-made Lake Mead Lake Mead is out there by Lake Mead is man-made, is under it. Man-made will stop leaving, right, the group, the lost city near its shores. They put the damn lost city of our ancient culture under Lake Mead and under the Hoover Dam. Roll the coin. And let me show y'all Lake Mead. Anybody who live out there way, y'all already know what I'm talking about. What's under there? Huh? Whole ancient city of melanated people. Here go Lake Mead right here. Here go Lake Mead, man-made. Look at the big ass dam, Hoover Dam, Lake Mead. Roll the coin. Even the damn computer know what the hell we looking for. It's right there together. Let's keep going. These people, hell, bro. Lost City now. Boulder Dam is another name for the Hoover Dam. The Boulder Dam? The Boulder Dam, huh? Roll the coin. The Boulder Dam? Lost City lies in that Doom Valley behind massive Boulder Dam. Lost City lies behind the Boulder Dam. What is the Boulder Dam? The Hoover Dam. That's enough for today, man. Roll the coin. That's enough. Ain't too much more I can even teach today, man. I'm going hard all week, bro. You better tune in. Cause this shit is finna be monumental. You hunter-gatherers that hid everything. I'm finna unearth this shit day by day by day. I don't care if it's a small ass mound in the woods in the country or the goddamn Hoover Dam. I'm finna unearth all of it because you hunter-gatherers are living and putting rivers and lakes and Hoover Dams blocking the Mississippi River people who traveled to the Colorado and you put a whole fucking dam on top of them. You think these ain't real bones out there? You got this shit fucked up. This ain't no damn fiction. This the truth. Who you think them people is? Sure ain't no Native American out there lining up with no stars. These are our people. All under the Hoover Dam, never to be seen again, the whole city, never to be seen again, unless we take this shit over and drain that shit. And drain the Mississippi River right there by St. Louis where the other Egyptian shit was found. Taking all our shit to Egypt. Just because we had a small settlement over there, they want to take everything over there. No, everything don't come from there. The knowledge don't come from there. All them mummies and gold and sarcophagus don't come from there. Some of them did, most of them didn't. Because if it came from there, y'all wouldn't be moving the damn statues around. You hunter-gatherers. The Hoover Dam blocks the biggest city in Nevada. Ancient. There you go right there. Lost City lies in the Doom Valley behind the massive Boulder Dam. Gradually, the waters of the Colorado flowing steadily out of the Grand Canyon into the Moepa Valley are rising up and now form the shores of Lake Mead. The valley floor has become the lake bottom. The damn Boulder Dam. Boulder, Colorado type shit. Roll the coin. The Boulder Dam is the Hoover Dam today. We know the truth now. Screenshot that. Roll the coin. California, Lake Pyramid, California. Lake Pyramid, California, huh? Lake Pyramid, California. Lake Pyramid, California. Y'all blew all that shit up, didn't you? Look, it was there. It was what year this is? What this map of the United States in Lake Pyramid? What year? I ain't got no year. Pyramid Lake, Upper California. Pyramid Lake, Upper California today. Motherfucker bombed it down. Boo. Blue, 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 blue. They blew it up. They blew the bottom of the Mississippi River up. Why you think they won't blow this up? Pyramid Lake. Pyramid Lake. Feeling like a big ass rock out there. Roll the corn. You know the truth now. I'm trying to figure out where my motherfucking ancestors is. Fuck all that paperwork, but the government. Fuck all that. Go get your land pat. Fuck all that. Where my people at? What y'all do to them so we can kick y'all in y'all ass, bro. I ain't got time to look up that other shit. Our people died on this land. Died. Masses of people on this land. We worried about some fucking paperwork from a white boy sitting in an office with some land grants. Fuck that shit. Roll the corn. What did y'all do to my people, bro? That's all I care about. I don't even read no more of that information. Fuck all that more shit. Fuck all that paperwork from the government. Fuck all that shit, bro. All ancestor work is all I'm doing. I'm doing ancestor work. Y'all, you can go over there and play with the paperwork all you want to. I'm doing ancestor work, bro. That's all I'm doing. I ain't got no more topics. I'm fresh out of topics, bro. We get so deep into this stuff, we forget about our people, bro. You want to teach so bad, you forget about your own goddamn ancestors that got you here today. You teaching shit a white boy wrote and got nothing to do with your ancestors who actually built this stuff. We got to tap in with the earth and the ancestor, bro. That's all we had. That's really all we got today. We ain't got shit else. What else we got? What the fuck do we got? That really, really matter. But your people and the planet. And the land they took, and the land that they killed your people on. What else matter, bro? Oh, shit else matter to me. I ain't worried about that other shit. Our people are unalive up and down the Mississippi River, up and down the Ohio, up and down the Colorado, up and down goddamn the Great Lakes. Every water source, every dam, our people died there, bro. Or the city was buried under there, bro. Don't you understand this is a mass genocide on our fucking land? And we talking about some paperwork from a white boy from England sitting in the damn legislature. Fuck him. Come on, man. Tap back in. Shake out of this shit. Tap back in, bro. People ain't tapped in no more. They trying to, you got to tap back in. You got to feel them people pain, bro. They forgotten and buried, bro. Them people forgotten and buried. Bombed. Hung. Burned. Language changed. Prisoners of war working for a motherfucking hunter-gatherer. So you mean to tell me an African built this right here in the middle, way from the south. This is in North California. An African. You know ain't no damn Native American built it. in the middle of the goddamn water. These our people, bro, indigenous to this land, brown-skinned and copper people look like us, bro. Let me just run through something before I get out of here, bro. Let me just run through some shit, bro. Real talk. All bullshit to the side. All bullshit to the side, bro. Bro, we built these motherfuckers. We built these. We built the pyramids. We built these. We built these buildings. We built these. We built that, all this shit. We built the mounds, the pyramids, the columns, and these ancient temples that these people turned into churches. These temples aligned with stars, just like the mounds aligned with stars. It's just an evolution of knowledge. These buildings aligned with the Pleiades, just like the mounds aligned with the Pleiades. It's just a different era of knowledge evolving over time until they take all our ass off our land. Don't separate the mound and the pyramid and the mound and the chapel. Don't separate. It all go together. I showed y'all buildings aligned with Aldebaran and the Pleiades. I showed y'all mounds aligned with Aldebaran and the Pleiades. I showed y'all the bottom of Egypt aligned with Aldebaran and the Pleiades for the spring to sow the seed. It's all the same culture. It's just different areas of time. More advanced knowledge. So don't look over the mound and go look for the pyramid. That's foolish. The mound was the first one. The mound you ride by in the southeast is the first archaeological places on earth aligned with stars, bro. It ain't the pyramid. The pyramid thousands of years later. The Mississippian mounds is the oldest shit aligned with stars on the planet. The North American Mississippi mound builders. That's where this knowledge come from. The bloodline of them people kept evolving and ended up building shit like Nauvoo. You don't get it? You got to get it now. These people were advancing so fast, nobody on the planet was nowhere near their intelligence. Ain't no two cultures building this, bro. Don't let them white folk tell y'all ain't no two cultures building the columns and the build. It's one culture. This one bloodline moving around, building everything monumental on the planet. Where did they come from? The Mississippi River. That bloodline of the people who built the pyramids, the mounds, the temples, all that shit in South America come from one bloodline that started off in ancient times. It spread out a little bit now, but it started off with an origin. They ended up building shit like this. We call them Moorish buildings. There wasn't no goddamn Moors. They built Stonehenge, the fucking pyramid mounds in China. We built all this shit. I'm telling you what I know. A bloodline coming off that bloodline of the Mississippi River built all that shit. That Phoenician shit come from here. That Cretan shit come from here. That Egyptian shit come from here. Hebrew come from here. Structure building. Anytime you hear anything about a plow, anytime you hear anything about a plow in an ancient culture, this plow in the field with a plow and an ox, that's our shit. Sumerians got the plow in their hand. The first Sumerians, plow. The first Egyptians plowed. They buried with plows, people. You got to understand what you're looking at. That's Tamari teaching. The plow is Tamari. That shit is Tamari. Don't you ever think that plow ain't Tamari. This is the land of the hoe and the plow. Advanced agriculture. That's what you got to understand. Not just throwing those seeds in the dirt. Advanced agriculture. Way faster, way more efficient. Anybody can throw something in the yard and it might spring and grow. But who gonna make sure it grow for real and aligned the way it's supposed to be aligned and irrigated the way it's supposed to be irrigated? That is advanced agriculture. When you see that goddamn hand plow in that hole, that is American, that is Tamari teachings. Where you think this shit come from? Now you learning the truth. We are so in tune with nature, we couldn't do nothing but build monumental shit. We learn math, science, pi, astrology, how fast the earth moves, what zodiac in the background, what star alignment happening when you get there to plant the crops. We learned that shit and taught everybody else. Ain't no Thoth taught nothing. We created Thoth. Ain't no Osiris taught nothing. We created Osiris. Osiris is another meaning for resurrection of the spring, bro. You gotta understand what this shit stand for. We the blueprint. You're exactly right. It started with agriculture and it evolved. You get spiritual in the agriculture field. You get connected to nature, connected to feeding your people. You gotta learn it. If you don't learn it, your people will perish, bro. If you don't learn how to roll this corn to these stars and irrigate this land, your people will perish. To be a king, a chief, or a pharaoh, you have to be in tune with Mother Nature and agriculture. You ain't no chief if you can't feed your people. It's just that simple in ancient times. And if you tried to be the chief and you weren't able to do it, them folk got rid of you, bro. If you tried to be the chief and them people got rid of you, they had to do it because you couldn't feed them. You said you could, but you couldn't. And there are a lot of people out here today claiming to be the chief, but they not going to teach their people what the truth is. So therefore, you're not no chief. You're not no pharaoh. You're not none of this shit. If you teaching an alien gave us some type of civilization, you ain't no chief. Not no chief of mine. Our people died creating this shit. Wrote this shit down for 26,000 years and passed along their ancestors, and you trying to give it to an alien. I love y'all and I'm in love with you, man. Roll the corn. If you missed the first part of this YouTube, go check this out on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going crazy all week. I bust down the Mississippi River yesterday with the Egyptian heads under the Mississippi River. I bust down Hoover Dam today. What I'm going to bust down tomorrow, you got to come check me out at 9 o'clock in the morning. I love y'all, man. Bow my head to my people. We know the truth now. Roll the motherfucking corn.